The warm glow of a neighboring lamp created shadows on the walls of the dimly illuminated living area. Words that had been unsaid for too long made the air feel heavy. Robyn's eyes flashed with hurt and rage as she stood close to the hearth with her arms folded tightly across her chest. Kody loomed across from her, his posture tight, his face twisted in exasperation. Robyn's voice faltered as she said, "You promised," but she persisted. "You promised to be present for the children. You promised that everything would be different." With a quick exhale, Kody combed through his tangled hair. "Robyn, I've been here. More than you realize." "No, Kody," she yelled, taking a step forward. "You haven't. When it's convenient, you arrive. When it gives the impression that you are a good father. But you vanish when I need you, when they truly need you." Kody's fingers curled into fists at his sides as he tightened his jaw. "You don't think I've made any sacrifices? Do you really believe that I'm not being drawn in 1,000 different directions?" His words were filled with seething anger as his voice raised. Robyn didn't back down, even though her eyes glistened. "Kody, you're not overworked. All you have to do is decide which family to prioritize." There was a thick, oppressive beat of quiet between them. Something unreadable, angry, guilty, perhaps even regretful, twisted Kody's features. Then all of a sudden his face hardened. "You don't get it, do you?" In sharp contrast to the blazing storm in his eyes, his voice was uncannily serene. "Maybe it's time we stop pretending this works." Robyn's throat tightened each breath. His words weighed heavily on her, like a kick to the stomach. She looked for any indication on his face that this was simply another one of his tantrums, and that he didn't mean it. Hey, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel TLC Flicks. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. However, nothing was present. Kody spun on his heel and ran out without saying another word, the door slamming behind him. The home was suddenly so quiet that Robyn stood motionless. All evening, the tension had been rising. The family get-together, which was supposed to be an opportunity for healing, had swiftly devolved into yet another argument. Emotions ran high, voices clashed, and Kody stood in the middle of it all, his face flushed with hardly contained rage. His own stepchild, who was one of Robyn's children, reacted to his look with unyielding defiance across from him. With a voice trembling with wrath, the teenager spit out, "You're not even a real dad to us anymore." Kody's hands were shaking at his sides, and his nostrils were flaring. Angry, he said, "You have no idea what I go through. You believe this to be simple? Do you think I'm unconcerned?" The adolescent gave a sneer. "You care about control, not us." Kody was slapped by the words. Anger clouded his view. His hand swung out before he could stop himself, before anyone could respond. His knuckles struck the teen's face with a painful crack that reverberated throughout the room. The environment abruptly changed from hot tension to utter, frightened silence as gasps filled the room. Meri was the first to get up, charging forward with her chair scuffing aggressively on the floor. "Kody," she said, her anger and incredulity erupting from her. "What the hell is wrong with you?" The youngster held their face in amazement as Janelle, almost instinctively, hurried to their side and pulled them away, protecting them. Janelle's voice was firm as she said, "This has gone too far," but there was something unforgiving burning in her eyes. "Kody, we're done. Can you hear me?" Completed. As the realization of what he had just done set in, Kody's mind raced and his chest heaved. He turned to face his wives, his ex-wives, who were staring at him in horror. For the first time, he was unable to stop the family he had spent years attempting to control from slipping away. Still clutching Kody's face, the teenager's expression was one of disappointment rather than fear. And that was the thing that broke him the most in the end. Leon Brown's face was shadowed by the phone screen's illumination in the darkened room. After taking a big breath and adjusting the camera with trembling fingers, they hit live. The comments began pouring in a matter of seconds. The supporters were observing. The entire globe was observing. Leon, too, had no intention of holding back any longer. Despite the feelings churning in their chest, they said, "Enough is enough," in a firm voice. "My dad has been controlling, gaslighting, and manipulating the people in his life for years. And I said nothing. I made an effort to ignore it and get over it. However, I can no longer." Comments came in more quickly now, with individuals pleading for information, expressing disbelief, and offering support. Leon's mouth clenched. Love was never the focus of this household. It has to do with control. The fact is that many of us have been reluctant to speak up, fearful of his actions and his response. They swallowed forcefully. But no longer. "I will not be silent any longer." Reactions flashed on the screen. words of encouragement, angry emoticons, and even incredulity. Kody was sitting alone in his darkened living room across town, the illumination of his own phone's screen shining on his face. He gripped his drink tighter as he silently watched the movie. His jaw tightened until it hurt. Leon's voice persisted, unflinching. He may believe that he still has authority over this family, but in reality, he does not. No more. We've finished keeping him safe. Kody let out a sharp, raspy exhale. He sensed that the authority he had cultivated over decades was eroding, and he didn't know how to stop it for the first time. However, the sister wives, as he prolongs the Coyote Pass story, Kody Brown is clinging to his patriarchal power and making it more difficult for his ex-partners to move on each time he postpones the inevitable, the sale of the cursed piece of property. It's safe to assume that during their spiritual unions with Kody, Janelle and Meri Brown, both of whom have interests in Coyote Pass, were devastated. He makes it more difficult for them to permanently leave him when he continues to make their financial lives more difficult. Due of Kody's intense love for Robyn Brown, both were disregarded for many years. He focused all of his attention on her. Christine Brown, who sold her portion of Coyote Pass for $10, and Meri and Janelle faced constant rejection. Like males, women desire to be admired, but Robyn was the only one who was given special treatment. The strange thing about that is that Kody's ego is so weak. It should make him more sympathetic, but it doesn't. He would quickly sell the property and give his ex-partners a portion of the revenues if he was genuinely nice. On the surface, it appears to be a business issue. The Browns, according to Janelle, are not family anymore. She believes Meri is wise to get a lawyer. It takes time to untie all the links that bind, even though the women are doing their best. It takes hard, inward labor to accomplish that. People must go through the grieving process when they lose close ones. Recovery is really difficult. They have already tested these women. For a very long period, they were forced to live with a man who didn't truly love them. After they got the guts to go forward as single women, they had to deal with Kody due to money concerns and co-parenting issues related to their previous spiritual marriage. Garrison Brown, Janelle and Kody's son, passed away. Janelle had to go through that terror after everything she had been through. Life is so unjust. Kody, like Janelle, will never forget the wonderful youngster who served his country in the Nevada State Guard and showed compassion for animals. But when things go tough, Janelle has no husband to console her. Robyn is always with Kody. As shown in the extra TV clip via YouTube, Janelle is seen above dealing with inconveniences related to Coyote Pass and likely wishing things were simpler. Yes, they all work together to film the show, and Kody might be prolonging the sale of Coyote Pass in order to create drama on TV, but there's always a potential that his authority as the Brown family's financial leader has turned into an addiction. 4 adult ladies essentially obeyed his commands in the past. Even though Robyn had more influence over the patriarch, she still regarded him as the head of the household. Hopefully, Kody's interactions with his ex-partners aren't motivated by power. Off-screen, the sister wives polygamist is now married in a conventional marriage, which should represent a change. The least Kody can do is to assist the women who are struggling alone. Even if he owns more, it would be the most kind and responsible thing for him to sell Coyote Pass and split the money equally. Those women supported him for decades and helped shape him into the man he is now, even though he is the patriarch. Although I always believed that Isabelle Brown from Sister Wives would never accept David Woolley, I believe she has accepted the truth that he is the ideal partner for her mother, Christine Brown. The 2010 premiere of the unscripted series centers on polygamous father Kody Brown, his 4 wives, and his 18 children. Isabelle, age 21, is one of his children from his 3rd marriage to Christine, age 52. Christine was the first of Kody's wives to depart the marriage in 2021. Following 27 years of multiple marriages and 5 children together, it took a while for the divorce to occur. Kody seems prepared to move on, despite Christine's long-term dissatisfaction and attempts to mend the marriage. 3 of Kody's 4 wives had divorced him by the time Sister Wives Season 19 debuted. The polygamist ended up in a monogamous union with Robyn Brown, age 36, his 4th wife. Isabelle was among the many adult children of Kody who suffered from the several divorces. Isabelle found it difficult to accept the new man that Christine met so soon, but I'm happy to say that she seems to have changed her mind. When Christine abruptly began dating a new man, everyone was even more astonished than when she was the first of Kody's wives to leave the plural family. Christine, who was recently single, started dating again during Sister Wives Season 19. She created a dating profile on the internet and began dating. Christine's choice to open her heart once more after Kody had wounded it impressed me. David, a widower and father of 10, was the first person Christine had dated. She admitted to the cameras that her first date with David had gone well. As a fan, it was really cool to be there when Christine and David first started dating, but Christine's kids didn't find it as fascinating. The speed at which the connection was developing worried a number of Christine's children, especially Isabelle. To put it mildly, the initial encounters between Christine's kids and David were awkward. David attended a family meal at Christine's home during Sister Wives season 19. Telling the cameras, "Some of my kids are great with David," Christine said. "Some of my kids are, on the fence a bit." Payton Brown, her 26-year-old son, intentionally called him Richard rather than David to start the embarrassing situation. Aspen Brown, who is 28 years old, admitted, "I am surprised by how fast things are going." Aspen also discussed the challenges she faced when she witnessed her mother showing affection to a guy other than Kody. Isabelle emphasized that she was uncomfortable with her mother's PDAs by saying, "I'm not totally familiar with her kissing somebody else." It's likely that Christine's kids have become accustomed to witnessing her mother's warm interactions with David over time. I can appreciate Isabelle's hesitancy. Seeing her mother move on so fast after divorcing her father must be difficult. It was time for Isabelle to acknowledge that David had been wonderful to her mother, even though her worries were legitimate. "I've frequently complained that Christine should have waited to marry David longer, but she chose to meet him at such a young age. I believe that rejecting a good individual due to timing would have been a grave error." Christine is pleased with David, and the Sister Wives actress is deserving of her kids' support. Due to their propensity for excessive spending, Sister Wives stars Robyn Brown and Kody Brown risk losing everything they have worked so hard to achieve. Kody was married to Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown for about 20 years. But after meeting Robyn, his youngest wife, in 2010, he started to put her first. Kody gave Robyn everything she wanted and put all of his energy into their marriage. He hurt Meri, Janelle, and Christine by neglecting them in the process. After all, Kody's behavior finally drove his ex-wives to the brink, and they left him. Robyn and Kody have had a number of run-ins with Christine, Janelle, and Meri. Their most recent conflict was over the Coyote Pass property, which they were unable to divide equally. Kody believed that by dividing the land between Robyn, himself, and his ex-wives, he was being equitable. But Janelle and Meri believed Kody was being unjust, so they thought about filing a lawsuit against him. Tension also resulted from Kody's extravagant spending, as Sister Wives viewers saw him living beyond his means and sporting a pricey jewelry. Following Janelle and Meri's departure, Kody and Robyn's recent behavior raises the possibility that they are having financial difficulties. Kody resides in a 4,400 square foot house in Arizona with his lone surviving wife. The majority of the most recent seasons of Sister Wives were recorded in their home, showcasing their opulent way of living. The majority of fans assumed that Kody and Robyn would stay in their large house, which has 4 bathrooms, 5 bedrooms, and 4 garages. But to everyone's amazement, they listed it for sale, valuing it at more over $1.60 million. Concerns regarding Kody and Robyn's financial status have been raised by their sudden choice to list their cherished house for sale. Some admirers believe that the couple is selling their house because they are having financial problems, according to a Reddit discussion that Shed Farm created. Some speculate about Kody and Robyn's financial stability, since they think they might be looking to relocate to a more affordable area. Although the reasons behind Kody and Robyn's decision to sell their house are unknown, their spending patterns and living expenses might have had a role. On the show, Kody and Robyn have consistently flaunted their money. They have launched a business called My Sister Wife's Closet and made money on social media. The pair's fashionable attire and accessories have also been spotted by admirers. Kody was previously spotted sporting an expensive blue sapphire David Yurman necklace. Additionally, Robyn was spotted sporting pricey Tory Burch sandals, which normally retail for about $200. Sister Wives have been taken aback by the couple's lavish fashion choices, particularly in light of the more humble lifestyles of Janelle, Meri, and Christine, other members of the Brown family. Kody and Robyn have even been accused of excessive spending by one of the Brown family's children. Gwendolyn Brown had previously talked about her father's poor financial management. "I think that my dad and Robyn have a terrible habit of spending very crazy," she said, implying that Robyn and Kody are extravagant by nature. During a confessional, Janelle also said something similar, criticizing Kody for wasting money consulting his wife. The lavish Christmas presents that Kody and Robyn have previously given their kids show how much money he has spent on them at the expense of his other kids. All of Kody's ex-wives are financially stable and have conquered numerous obstacles on their own. Each of them has launched and operated profitable companies, including Christine's social media brand partnerships, Janelle's clothes store, and Meri's Worthy Up. As Kody's sole surviving wife, Robyn lacks the financial background of Janelle, Christine, and Meri. She might therefore not place as much importance on money as her previous sister wives did. Fans have observed Robyn donning pricey attire and accessories throughout the years. They have spotted her wearing pricey jewelry, a Rolex watch, $200 Tory Burch sandals, and more. Robyn showed off her lavish lifestyle on the television, even though she knew Meri and Janelle weren't as wealthy as she was. The idea that Robyn is a shopaholic who doesn't appreciate money has been strengthened by accusations of excessive spending made by co-stars like Gwendolyn. Robyn's spending patterns may be contributing to her and Kody's potential financial difficulties in 2025, that they are living beyond their means, as evidenced by their actions, ostentatious purchases, and charges of excessive spending. It seems that they have put themselves in a precarious financial position, which is why they have put their family home in Arizona up for sale for more than $1 million. It's possible that Kody and Robyn are trying to make the most of the Coyote Pass acreage since they're having financial issues. Despite Janelle and Meri's disapproval, they want to use the expansive land to maintain their opulent lifestyles. How Kody and Robyn respond to their recent financial difficulties will be intriguing to watch. Hopefully, this issue will be resolved in upcoming seasons. If Sister Wives Season 20 is shot and broadcast, viewers might anticipate learning more about Kody's financial situation around late 2025. According to Sister Wives, Kody and Janelle Brown's relationship has been strained for a while. Janelle has grown tired of Kody's antics in Season 19. However, admirers claim that Janelle's distaste for Kody is entirely unfounded. Despite years of holding back their remarks about Kody Brown, Sister Wives actors Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown have been more outspoken in Season 19. Throughout the season, Kody is the target of numerous insults, particularly about money management. With a glimmer of optimism in her eyes, Janelle Brown was packing and departing Flagstaff, Arizona, in the most recent episode. Christine Brown-Woolley says she still has nightmares about Kody when she wakes up. But according to Janelle, she doesn't give him any thought. Then, despite some tense moments, Janelle and Christine talked about the birthday date that Kody took her on. However, Janelle accepted his offer after acknowledging that she had nothing else to do. In other respects, she is aloofly pursuing her goals without consulting Kody. She moved into her new life, leaving her Kody design necklace behind. Sister Wives followers argue on Reddit that although Janelle Brown presents a strong front, they don't believe her disdain for Kody Brown is genuine. She viewed him as a disruption and has started criticizing his behavior. However, some believe it's all a charade. One user notes that Janelle was glad to turn to her spouse in a time of weakness after viewing the birthday flashback. According to one Redditor, Kody was disrespecting Janelle and her children during the date, which took place during a stressful time in their lives. The fan believes Janelle was eating out of Kody's hand at the moment rather than challenging him for negligence. Some Sister Wives fans pointed out during the conversation that Kody Brown's big gesture of securing reservations at Mariposa wasn't as impressive as it seems. There were plenty of spaces available for the nicest restaurant in all of Arizona, according to several people. What are your thoughts? Is it accurate for Janelle Brown to say that the birthday date has no significance? Did she have Kody Brown figured out who he was at the time? Or do you believe she was more interested in accepting his lies? Are you eager to watch more Sister Wives Season 29 Part 2 episodes? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Let us know in your comments. And stay tuned by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks everyone.